Good morning, everybody. Happy late New Year. I apologize for not having uploaded this on New Year's Eve. I was burnt to a crisp because of Mexico, and my face was peeling, and I just did not want to be on camera. So hopefully you guys you guys don't need to apologize. I need to be the one to apologize. Hopefully you guys can accept my apology. Now, this video, I want to be covering just some of the resolutions that I made last year and the ones that I'm making for this year, 2023, in-game and IRL. So if you guys aren't interested in that, be sure to drop a like on the video and then just dip to watch some other video. But if you guys are here for it, thank you for listening. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to just give a big, warm shout out to the channel members. Now, these are channel members that don't get enough credit. They are directly supporting me monetarily, and all they get is a tiny little shout out in the description. So I figured for the end of the year or beginning of the next year, I'm going to give them a real shout out. So, Kollin K, thank you very much for your support. You are the longest channel member that I have. NM, thank you very much. RsBobbyyHill, thank you so much, man. You are a big supporter of mine. CJKX, thank you. Jad, you're a legend. Thank you very much. And Araevin, thank you for supporting me. Skate Rat, This Key, Charles DC, and Michael B. You guys are all legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Monetarily, it's helping out a lot. And I really just am, I'm just, I don't know. I am humbled by your guys' willingness to support me. So thank you guys very much. Now, okay, I lost my train of thought all of a sudden, but thank you guys so much. Okay, so we're going to start off with some of the IRL goals I set from last year and some of the stuff that I actually was able to accomplish. Now, for a long time growing up, I have had just such a... like New Year's resolutions basically meant fucking nothing to me because I was like, oh, it's what people do. I'll just set a few. And then like by like 3 days into the year, I just already forgot what they were. But this past year, I truly did want to change myself. So last year in December, literally 12 months ago, I was pushing 185 pounds, which for me is overweight. It was just on the verge of being overweight. And I'm 5'11" for those that don't know. So 185, very little muscle on me. Like, yeah, a little bit of muscle just for having more weight on me and moving around. But like, really, I wasn't weightlifting. I wasn't moving. And it all kind of started crumbling down on me. I'm like, damn, am I just going to live the rest of my life like this? Just being like really fucking lazy and just not moving and not being physically active. And so I made a change. And it's really cool because when you set out some goals, and a lot of you guys already know this, I was one of the slow learners, you know, it took me until I was fucking 27 or 26, technically. I'm 27 now. But it really just proved to me that I can do things with my life. I don't need to be content with how I am and, you know, all that stuff. I can really make real changes that can be lifelong. And one of those changes was just getting outside and walking. That was step number one, was like stop drinking sugary drinks and just go out and walk. And that really just was a quick fat burner. I mean, seriously, within a few months, I had already lost about 20 pounds. And then by August, so literally 8 months into the year, I had already lost about 30 pounds. And all I did was just started walking. Literally walking is the easiest thing ever. I just walked and I just cut out some sugary drinks. I was still eating junk. Like, you know, I'd still order a pizza here and there. And nothing was truly that drastic of a change. Now, you're not going to see crazy results if you're not doing all the diet and everything else, but you can at least drop weight. So if you guys are feeling like, if you guys are overweight and you've been like that for a while and you're just like stuck in this rut and you can't do anything about it, try to make a goal this year of just walking. Like, seriously, just go out for a walk 5 times a week for like 30 minutes to an hour. You will see some crazy changes in your mood and just in your whole physique. Like, you'll start just shedding fat. It's really cool. Walking's powerful. Anyway, so without preaching anymore, that was the first thing I did. One of my other resolutions for 2022 was to go on dates. Now, I did get some dating apps, and I'll be honest, it just wasn't the time, or Yeah, dating just didn't happen. But it was one of my resolutions. I did, try a little bit. But I talked to a few women. But other than that, nothing seriously really happened. And I realized, yeah, I'm still not in a place exactly where I want to be, where I feel very confident and can actually, be in a healthy relationship. But that was a cool resolution I set. It taught me a few things. But the biggest thing that I took away from last year was just getting myself fit and just like discovering autonomy, just discovering that if I want something, I can go and do it. I don't need to just sit and just be depressed and just sad. Last year was a little bit rough, though. For those that don't know and those that don't listen to the podcasts and the Base After Dark podcast I was on, specifically that one, but I was taking hair loss treatment toward the beginning of this year, and one of those medications that I was on, I was taking topical minoxidil, which really there's no real side effects other than like maybe if you have sensitive skin. But another one was finasteride, which is Propecia. That for those that don't know, I'm not going to dwell on this topic too long, but that is a really scary thing to be taking. So for those men out there that are listening, I know 99.8% of you are men and probably in your 20s. If you are taking hair loss medication, I'm not a doctor, by the way. Don't take. I am not a fucking doctor. Yeah, I can be your doctor. No, I'm not your doctor. So discuss it with your doctor that it should be your number one priority when taking this stuff. But it really is kind of scary how easily you can get finasteride online. Just get it, you just get some random doctor online that just, yeah, you can take this shit. Anyway, it was really messing with my hormones, like horribly. And I didn't even realize it because it just takes, day after day after day after day of taking it, you start seeing the effects. And I was in a very depressive state for a few months. And I didn't even know what it was. And I didn't really think it was finasteride, nor did I want it to be finasteride because I wanted to keep my hair. Now, finasteride is not even that powerful of a drug to keep your hair. It just kind of helps. I mean, there is scientific evidence that it does help, but it's not like amazing. So I stopped taking that. And as soon as I stopped, within a week and even after the full month, I felt absolutely so much better about myself. The depression had just faded. The hopeless nights of me just like in a ball, like not even fucking knowing what's going on with me ended. Yeah, it was pretty rough, a rough few months. So if you guys are struggling with something and you think maybe it's partly to do with hair loss medication, just, I don't know, maybe take a look. If it's drastically messing with your life, I would honestly recommend talking to your doctor and potentially just getting off of that stuff. It's not something we mess with. Now, it doesn't affect all men, but it did affect me. And I just want to bring that up just briefly. That's all I'll talk about. But that was a big struggle for last year, but I managed to just get over it. I also did mushrooms. And I already talked about this a lot on the Base After Dark podcast. So those that have listened to it, and those that have listened to literally any Save cast where I mention it, you guys already know. But I need to give a shout out to the fungus. So the fungus must be respected, rule number one. But also, it's life-changing. It is literally life-changing. It has taught me so much, and it's just been the biggest blessing in my life ever. And I know that sounds like an over-exaggeration, but truly it has benefited me in almost every single aspect of my life. Mentally, physically, clearing out childhood trauma, clearing out this bullshit that I hung on to that I didn't even know I was hanging on to. And it really has just kind of purified me. I know that sounds a little cringy, and I know that sounds like, oh, I'm better than everyone because I did mushrooms. It's not really about that. It's just I almost want to spread a little bit of awareness because it is an illegal substance in America. In fact, I think there's only like 3 places on fucking Earth where it's actually legal. One of the places actually decriminalized is Oregon, so I am excited to go to Oregon. But besides the whole legalness about it, it is such a magical substance that can truly give you lifelong changes that are all positive in your life. And just for those that aren't super aware about it, again, don't quote me on this stuff. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not doing all the research and stuff. I have done a lot of reading on it, though. And one of the most beautiful parts about mushrooms is that it's non-addictive. It's actually anti-addictive. It can literally help you quit other addictions. It's helped many people quit nicotine addiction and alcohol addiction and these kind of things, even weed addiction. And it's also neurogenerative. Is that how you pronounce it? Neurogenesis. It basically creates new neural networks in your brain. It's a very non-toxic, very beneficial substance. It's kind of a shame that it got like such a bad rap back in like the 60s and stuff. Anyway, long story about it. All I'm going to say is that it has really just helped me in so many ways when I could just go on a ramble for 3 hours talking about all the beautiful trips I've had and all the amazing things I've seen and the amazing healing power it truly has. This isn't figurative. I'm not saying I'm healed. Not like truly, it is a healing substance. It's amazing. Anyway, I just need to give it a shout out because seriously, so many of the wonderful changes in my life from this past year have come directly from mushrooms. Literally, it is psychedelic mushrooms. Incredible. Anyway, so that's all I'm going to talk about that before you guys all think I'm just a total hippie and stuff. It's been cool, though. Anyway, so now I want to talk a little bit about RuneScape. I know you guys have been waiting for this, so let's pull up this screen real quick. Now, over the past, here, we kind of covered on 2022. Let me actually just cover 2023 IRL. So IRL for 2023, I am moving to Oregon in a month. I will be living with my parents for a couple months as I try to find an apartment and just try to get my finances set. It's been a little bit rough lately, just, being a content creator. It's hard to know how much you're going to be making each month. But in Oregon, I do have a lot of plans for future content streaming. I want to do IRL hikes. I want to do workout streams. I want to do things like that. But I also want to continue playing RuneScape. I love RuneScape. Now, the RuneScape has my mentality on the game has kind of shifted, where I truly just want to do what I want to do in game, and I'm not going to let anybody else dictate what I find enjoyable in the game, which I've found is really nice lately. So what I've been doing is doing a lot of bank resource clearing. So as you guys see, I know this is just a complete mess right now. I've moved a lot of stuff around, but I cleared out all the sapphire, cleared out all the iron ore, cleared out all the runite, cleared out all the... okay, I think that's all the things we've fully cleared out. But I am trying to clear out the mithril, the addy, and the gold now. And I'm making these little stacks right here. So as you see, I'm trying to make stacks of around 10 to 11,000 of these kind of things. So I'm going to finish off the emeralds. I have 11,000 of those, and then 11,000 amulets, and then 11,000 ruby amulets and ruby bracelets, excuse me. And I want to get a bunch of these stacks ready so that I'll go to the Rogue's Den and just go to the shop and sell 5 each. So boom, 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 hop worlds, boom, 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 boom. And that's kind of how I'll be doing the whole liquidizing of alked resources. So the cash stack is going to go flying upward. I'm not alking right now. I'm just really trying to get all these resources ready to go so I can just have a massive session where I just, clear out stuff, and that'll be part of skilling therapy. I do want to give a little bit of a context to skilling therapy. So for those that are just YouTube exclusive, you guys probably don't even know what's going on. You're probably just thinking everything's fine and dandy with my content. My streams have been a lot different lately, and it's a transitionary period in my content where I just wanted to take a break from the traditional RuneScape streams that I was doing that I wasn't necessarily enjoying anymore. Part of the reason I started content creation is because it was just truly just having fun and just not working. And then slowly streaming actually started becoming work, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. I guess this is fine. But over the past few months, I was like, damn, I really want to get back into a position where I really just enjoy going live and just having fun with you guys and doing stuff. So I've been figuring things out, and I've been doing a little transition period where I just do face cam, mic-less streams. I'm just skilling. But I am moving to Oregon next month, and those face cam streams will return as along with some other content. which I'm very excited. I'm not going to be spoiling it quite yet, but I am just really excited for this year's stream content. YouTube is looking like Sebe casts. By the way, I gotta say, in a couple hours, I'll be recording with Fat Clouds for episode number 100 of the Sebe cast, I'm proud to say, and it's actually insane. So this year, another 50-ish episodes of Sebe cast. I don't plan to stop that. Rambles will be coming just as much. I'm also debating starting a brand new podcast. Now, this podcast idea is not set in stone or anything. It's just ideas floating around. But I'm like, what would be kind of cool is just start another podcast alongside the Sebe cast. Just another weekly podcast where I don't talk about RuneScape, but I just talk about other things on my mind. So for those interested in, me talking with other people about non-RS related stuff and just a kind of separate thing, let me know what you guys, if you guys are interested in that. More information on that later, probably once I'm in Oregon and have things a little bit more settled down. But it is something I'm thinking of, and I think it could be really cool. Anyway, so other than that, goals for next year in RuneScape is finish clearing out all this junk. I mean, there are just so many resources I want to clear out. It's been really fun for me. Really, it has. It's not just like I'm just doing this to fucking hate myself and be a masochistic sadist. But truly, I've been enjoying just liquidizing, clearing resources out. And there are just hundreds of hours left. Hundreds of hours. And I want to clear out the logs. I want to make these logs into planks. I want to just clear out all the gems, all the hides, all the bones. Turn this flax into bowstrings. There's a lot to still go through, and then just sell everything, make it a nice clean stack, and then I will feel refreshed. Now I will say I'm already getting those cravings back to go back to PBM. The cravings are there. They're not quite set where I really want to just do it, but I can feel it coming back. So before you guys are like, man, Sebe's just fucking burnt forever. I'm not. It's coming back. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a break to understand what you want to do. Anyway, so those are the goals in game. Now, when new updates come out, Forestry, the new boss, and the new quest coming out in a week, and Desert Treasure 2 and stuff, I will give myself a little bit of a taste of it, but I will not be don't rely on me as a content creator to just be giving you all the information about this stuff, because I will still be focusing on skilling, but I do want to have my little taste, and I will be reading blog posts, and I will be sharing my ideas on this kind of stuff, but I really want to focus on getting these resources done. Now, plans change, obviously, but for the most part right now, that's what I'm thinking of. Who knows? Maybe the boss is going to be absolutely busted. I just need to take advantage of it for a month, We'll see. Now, goals IRL for next year. I know I already mentioned a few. It really is just focusing on more fitness. In my opinion, I'm at a great point to start weight training a little bit more. Now, I've been doing a lot of calisthenics, so I have been getting stronger, but not necessarily putting on muscle mass. And for this year, I do want to start gaining more muscle and eating a little bit more. So I will be gaining a little bit of weight, but healthy weight. And I want to be really rigorous with my cardio still, super high intensity stuff. But I also want to start getting into a lot more kettlebell workouts and stuff, which I've been really enjoying lately. And just working on full body strength stuff. Nothing serious and nothing unnatural or anything, but just really focusing on my own personal fitness journey and just feeling more confident and just feeling better and feeling healthy and stuff. That's really what I want for the rest of my life. So where it comes to fitness, that's my goal for this year. Content creation is the biggest thing on my mind right now. Just figuring out what I want to do with content creation is one of my biggest resolutions, is just really dialing in on what I want to do and what I would find enjoyable. So New Year's resolutions for that, they're very simple this year. It's just fitness, eating right, do a bunch of mushrooms. That's not one of my resolutions. That'll happen regardless. But and also just really focusing on my content and providing the best content I can provide and things that you would like to see. So down in the comments, guys, let me know what your guys' resolutions are. If you guys have set any, did you accomplish any of your resolutions from 2022? Let me know, because I'm going to read every single comment, and I want to hear about how your guys' lives are going. It's crazy. This year I'll be turning 28. Like, I'm literally 2 years away from 30. Oh my God, that's crazy. Anyway, yeah, so it's just a little bit of a ramble, just talking about stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. That probably is. I know there's a few things. We already covered the bank video and everything. If you guys want to check that out, it'll be down in the description. The 2022 bank video is really awesome. Tons of views. I was very surprised. The algorithm just popped off on it. Thank you guys for watching those. And trying to think. Well, you know, I'm just going to leave you guys off right here. I'll make another ramble if the ideas spawn in my head. But for the most part, this is really what the ramble was about. Thank you guys. I am wishing you all the best for 2023. May all your greatest resolutions come true. And yeah, thank you guys for supporting me as always. And be sure to drop a like on the video and also subscribe if you are new here. Plenty of rambles, plenty of SayBayCast, plenty of guides coming out this year. So be sure to drop a subscription on the channel. It'll help me a lot as well. Thank you guys and have a great day. Peace.